Hi, this is a video on net neutrality and internet censorship, or it could alternately be called how to send your internet traffic halfway around the world and get a quicker internet speed. So I'm going to go to a site. This is my normal internet connection, whatismyip.com. And here's my IP address. And I'm going to go over here to IP address lookup, and you're going to see I'm over here in Eastern Washington. It takes a bit. There we go. In Spokane, Washington, you'll see my ISP's Qwest Communications Company, LLC. And, okay. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to try to download some files. I'm going to go to opera.com, and we're going to download this web browser there. Hit download. And you're going to see the transfer speed down here at the bottom. Here we go. You're going to see it's downloading at 23, 18.5, 15.2 kilobits per second, kilobytes per second, 9.7, 8.3, 7.9, 7.1, 6.8, 6.4, 6.2, 6.0, 9. I'm supposed to have a 1.5 megabits per second connection. This should be 2 orders of magnitude, well, roughly, you should be running around 150 or so kbits per second order of magnitude. This is all I'm getting. Now, when I signed up 2 years ago in a pricing for life plan, they said, well, unlimited internet, and they don't throttle. I specifically asked them about throttling domains because I could get a Comcast subscription. They've been caught by the FTC, specifically reducing the speed to certain sites. And Comcast offered a cheaper service. I didn't go with it because I was worried about Comcast doing just this thing. But you'll see very slow download speed. Now, it can be either, just remember this for a minute. So we're looking at order of 15 to 3 kbs per second. If I went to the full download, this would take forever. Okay? Let's look at another example here. Let's go to YouTube. New tab, youtube.com. So this is an isolated. Let's do a search for a video. Let's do Ron Paul. CNN and the political media conspiracy. There's a good one. Let's see how long it takes this video to play or load up. And you'll see I have the clock here running full time, so you can see this is real time. This video has not been edited. It's all put together real time, so you can see how long this is taking. Yada, yada, yada. See, slow, you get the indication it's starting to load here. Not a very long video, 1 minute and 46 seconds. And the internet connection is so slow to this site, I probably can just go off on why would they censor this stuff. Well, first of all, they don't like, these large telecommunications companies.
We are in the business of kicking candidates out.
So you see, it starts, and it sort of runs into a stop. This happens to me all the time. It gets a little bit of the buffer, and it stops, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. So, and it's particularly gotten bad the last month since Qwest was acquired by CenturyLink. But it's really been deteriorating the last 2 years or so, but particularly the last month, which is the reason I'm trying the experiment I'm showing you today. I keep waiting for this to see if it ever gets to restart. But basically, why do internet companies throttle video? Well, for one thing, we all know that a lot of these companies have multiple tiers of service, cable, internet, phone, stuff like that. And it's logical to assume that they fear internet video interfering with their cable revenues. If you saw a recent article, cable subscriptions have really plummeted. I haven't had cable in 8 or 9 years. I haven't missed it. But as you see, the YouTube video still isn't running. I've got my hands off here.
May I say one thing about Ron Paul? I find it odd for me to be a Ron Paul supporter.
And you'll see it just does that over. Same thing for Hulu videos and everything. I'm just giving you an indication, 2 different sites, both a file download and a video. Now, some people might say, well, just a slow internet connection, or it's on the other end. Maybe the servers that put out the either YouTube, the Opera site that put out the content, you can say, well, their bandwidth is clogged. It's just coming from them. Well, I'll prove you to it's my internet service provider right now. And let me just what I'm going to do is I'm going to close these back down. Let's see. This is the download stop. We're going to close these files back down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on what's called a proxy server over here. Now, what this does is instead of my Spokane, my internet service provider now shielded from they have no idea what I'm browsing. All they see is a secure internet encrypted connection. So basically, all my traffic is encrypted, basically mixed up so they can't read it. It's sent overseas, and then the overseas server then goes and gets the content. Then it gets sent back to me, re-encrypted, so the ISP doesn't know what I'm accessing. So they can't throttle something based on whether it's video, a download, or a regular HTML site, or whether it's politically correct or politically incorrect. There's no way they can filter it. All they know is it's a secure internet connection. They should let it through. So let's see if my speed improves when they don't know what I'm connecting to. So we'll go back to what is my IP and refresh now. It should see me not coming from Spokane, Washington. It should keep me from somewhere else. So see different IP address. I'm going to do the IP address lookup again, and you should see I'm coming from overseas. Just a minute here. See Gloucester, England. So I've sent the traffic all the way across the pond, and it's been encrypted both ways. So technically, you would think it would be slower. You're having to encrypt the traffic. It's having to be sent overseas both ways. You'd think you download these things to be slower. Well, let me show you something here. New tab, go to opera.com. We're going to download the same file. Okay? And just wait till you see this. This is great. All right? So, you should start to see it coming up in a moment. Now look at this. 430 kbs per second, 231 kbs per second, 162 kbs per second, 140 kbs per second, 110, 117. You'll notice nearly an order of magnitude, in some cases 2 orders of magnitude. You saw how it leveled out at 3.3 kbs. And it does slow down a bit, but look at what we're looking at here. We're looking at routinely 108, 109. It'll slow down a little bit. It'll go back up. Not even close to what I was getting not sending it overseas. You'll see this is going to take about a minute. Before it was saying about an hour. And the only thing I changed here, as you saw, you see the clocks here. This is going continuously. The only thing I changed is I encrypted the traffic and sent it overseas. So the verified proof, my internet service provider is violating FTC's new net neutrality laws and censoring content based on the source. Okay? Now, let's try it with YouTube. It's not just one site. It's not just downloads. It's also video and another site. Okay, so we're going to cancel out this download, and we're going to go to YouTube again. And let's see what YouTube videos look like now. That's just taking a while. Let me just refresh that real quick. There we go. Alright. So we're going to put in Ron Paul again. We're going to go to the same video here. Let's look at the difference here. See, it's already starting to load.
We are in the business of kicking candidates out of the race.
May I say one thing about Ron Paul? I find it hard for me to be a Ron Paul supporter, but he lost to Michelle
I'm going to be able to
Bachmann
watch this entire
by
video
9/10 of 1 percentage point
on this
in a straw poll that isn't supposed to pick winners,
without it ever stopping.
but it's supposed to tell us which way the wind is blowing.
Make this the size of my screen.
Tell us which way the wind is blowing.
And
that's as good as a win.
You know?
So we had a tie for first. But where is he on the morning shows this morning? Where are all the stories
and just
analyzing
so
what
don't
it means
think it's not
that
because
Ron
I've
Paul
got pre-buffered
essentially
content now. We
tied
can
for
go look
first
at another
place?
video.
And what the reason that he's
Let's
essentially...
look at another random video here. You'll see it uploads just as quickly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this link, and we're going to I'm going to go back and retest this again on... I'm going to retest it again using my normal server. Oh, we got to even have ads on this one. Skip it for now, because I just want to see the YouTube video, make it comparable experience.
Grab the popcorn. Hi, everybody. Thursday, August 11th, Buzz 60 Politics. I'm JD Dapper, and tonight's the night for the latest Republican presidential debate. And if you didn't know there'd been any others, well, you're forgiven.
Okay.
This one could actually matter. First, it's in Iowa, 2 days before the...
We're gonna stop it. We're gonna get rid of this, and I'm gonna turn off my proxy server. Again, if we refresh what is my IP, it's gonna come back to Spokane again. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna open a new tab. I'm gonna put that link, so I'm gonna have both these open at the same time. And you'll see that's my same Spokane address as before. Over here, I'm going to paste in the link of that YouTube video we just did. You'll see it should take a lot longer. And as you see, and we got the
Grab the
video
popcorn
here. And see, it's already stalling here. Notice it's all a little bit before, but not. You're gonna notice it's not quite as much. We'll see how long it gets to be able to click the opt out. Remember, this is going all the way overseas. The reason I thought to do this is I noticed 2 years ago I was doing some Tea Party work, and I had a site go up on some initiatives, and literally people were having my site blocked. There was some sort of filtration, and ISPs will deny it's happening. I know that the head of the Tea Party is Spokane. He's had problems with people blocking emails from his site. It's about free speech because emails can be blocked. They can be filtered. A lot of times they can be filtered in a spam filter. Your ISP has without even knowing
Hi,
it.
everybody. Thursday, August 11th.
So now we're getting
Politics.
back to
I'm JD Dapper, and tonight's the night.
And I haven't even gotten to the part where you can click out of the ad yet. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, it's just slow. It's freaking slow. Look at this. So clearly, there has to be some sort of filter or something happening on the ISP side that's slowing this down. Because the only difference is they know what traffic's coming through now. On the other side, the other time they didn't. The reason I want to make this important is many of the Republicans of the Tea Party are saying we got to get rid of net neutrality. And I'll agree the FTC shouldn't be the one to be doing these laws. It should be Congress. But that being said, Congress should pass net neutrality to prevent selective censoring of sites like this, because they don't like YouTube because it might compete with their base business. They don't like Tea Party stuff because it's politically incorrect. It's a matter of freedom of speech.
The latest Republican presidential debate, and if you didn't know there'd been any others, well,
monopoly competition. There's only basically two internet service providers in this area. When I was in New York City, I had a lot more choice than that. It's basically Comcast or Qwest or something really slow or really expensive. And if all the internet service providers can just censor sites like YouTube or throttle them, Comcast has been fined by FTC for doing something like this at selective sites before. If they can just do this, it's an effective way of censoring the internet. And that's just why here's the proof positive. Probably send this to the FTC to just show you what's happening, but it should not be slowed down by sending it. It should not speed up your connection by sending it overseas. So if you want to speed up, there's one other thing of note here. I've got a 1.5 megabits per second connection. That's fine for most everything you want to do, as you can see when I've got the server in England. They could be selectively slowing down video.
Matter. First, it's in Iowa, 2 days before...
To get me to upgrade to a connection speed I don't need. And that's one of the other hypotheses I have about it. Maybe they're trying to sell 6 megabits per second connections or whatever, but if they're not giving me the bandwidth I have right now, why on earth would I want to upgrade? Most people do not realize it's not their connection, it's their ISP throttling their connection, and they're not getting the true speed that they signed up for. Okay, and finally, if you do want to get greater speed, if you are worried about censorship, you can get set up a proxy server. You know, this one particular one cost me about $20 a month, but when you use a proxy server, you get anonymity, your ISP doesn't know what you're doing, and I found it actually, miraculously can speed up your computer. So you have to get a really high quality proxy server though. And that's it for this video.